Good morning, Periscope. Happy Wednesday. How is everyone doing? Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Kingdom Warrior 3, Lofton C75. Good morning, K King. Thanks, K King, for sharing on Facebook. Good morning, Sunny Divine. Good morning, Taylor B27. Good morning. You guys are awesome. Good morning to my Scope family. Good morning, Erica, Shelly, Miss Hayes, Molly, One Big Timer, Cheryl69, Tyra, Council Shayla. Good morning, Teresa. All right, good morning, Scope family. Good morning, Cheryl from California. I hope everybody is doing well and is having a great Wednesday. So I'm just going to be on and off here super quick on this morning's Scope. So I know I've been talking about things that I want to leave behind when I turn 25. So I'm about to turn 25 in 5 days on Monday. I'm super excited. I'm honored and blessed that God's allowed me to see life this long, and I'm excited for what the year 25 holds for me. So what I want to talk about, I know I don't look 25. The last time, actually, I'll just be transparent with you guys. The last time that I had somebody guess my age, they guessed that I was 16. I look like a baby, I know it, especially since I don't have any makeup on this morning. I look like I'm 16. Every time people guess my age before I open my mouth and they hear me talk, they're like, 16, 18. I get, anytime that you have to see someone's card, even to be 18 for something, they're like, are you 18? I'm like, yes, I'm 25. So it's funny. But this morning Candace is on. Hey girl, can't wait to celebrate with you this weekend. Good morning. Okay, so what I want to talk about this morning is a little different than what I planned on, but I want to talk about learning how to say no. So what inspired this is the fact that every year around my birthday, since I was 1 year old, it never fails that the enemy really tries to attack me with sickness. So here on my first birthday, I actually almost died because I got so sick. And then it seems like every year around my birthday, no matter what I do, I've been taking wheatgrass shots. I've been eating really healthy. I usually try to get at least 8 hours of sleep a night. I've been really disciplined. I was at the gym on Monday. No matter what I do to try to keep myself healthy, every year around my birthday, I always end up getting sick. And I know it's the enemy and I know it's a lie. But one thing the Lord is teaching me this year is, usually every morning I'll get up super early and start preparing for my scopes and just spend time with the Lord. And this morning as I got up early, I just could not make myself get out of bed. And I wanted to because I felt obligated to. And I think sometimes when you are a performance-based person or someone who really seeks success, sometimes we can begin to find our identity in our activities. We can begin to find our identity in what we do, what God's called us to do. We can begin to find our identity in our performance. And so apart from, our job, our career, apart from our ministry, apart from doing and being, we start to feel like we don't have an identity when we aren't doing well. So for me, it is so hard to say no because, one thing I struggle with, growing up in a performance-based family where I got a lot of attention whenever I would perform well, whenever I would do things or impress my parents, I've kind of come to project that on God. So I believe that God will love me more the more I do, the more I perform, the better I am, the more I pour, the more I serve. And what I've learned is I have a hard time saying no. So I'm involved in a lot of ministries at my church, and more opportunities, often just keep coming, whether it's on my job, whatever it is, I just have a hard time saying no. I always want to do more. I always want to be more. Sometimes people will tell me, I'm not going to ask you to do this just because I know if I ask you, you won't say no. So I just want to set some people free this morning. This morning I didn't get up and prepare for a Periscope. God told me to lay in bed a little bit longer and take care of myself. And it was hard for me to say no to that because I have gotten so used to finding my validation, finding my affirmation, and finding my identity and my ability to perform. Finding my identity in the numbers of people who come on Periscope, finding my identity in hearts. All of these things can start to really, make you feel like if you don't get these things and you're used to getting these things, that you're starting to fail. But one thing that God spoke to me this morning, I was laying in bed and I felt kind of like I was failing, like, God, I've rebuked this sickness. God, I've rebuked this cold. I've laid hands on my own throat, prayed in tongues. I should not be sick. And God just began to tell me, it doesn't matter how many people join your Periscopes. It doesn't matter how prepared you are. It doesn't matter if your business succeeds or fails. I'm still going to love you. So just lay down, rest, and be okay with my unconditional love, and know that I love you not based upon performance. And so this morning I had to do, kind of little self-deliverance all over again and be kind of like, what? I need to be able to say no. So that's just kind of what I want to share with you guys this morning, is there is an importance in being able to say yes, but there is also an importance in being able to say no. What we have to begin to understand is if we don't say no, what that means is that, we're going to become exhausted. And you know what? Sometimes if God hasn't called you to do something and you say yes to it anyways, even if it's a good thing, there is truly a difference between something being a good thing and something being a God thing. John Bevere says that, and I agree with him so wholeheartedly. So, I'm just encouraging you guys this morning, if you're someone like me who really finds a lot of identity and affirmation in your ability to perform and your ability to do this and do that, make sure that you're really seeking God before you say yes, because there is so much freedom in being able to say no. And if you don't first take care of yourself and say no sometimes, you're not going to be good for anyone else. You're not going to be good for your calling or good for what God has called you to do. So it's a pretty simple message. It's pretty basic, but I really believe, especially this generation, we really struggle with the idea of success and success in the world's eyes. And sometimes we'll run ourselves into the ground saying yes to everything because we find validation and affirmation in being able to succeed. And so, we just have to be careful with that. And we have to understand that it's okay to say no sometimes, and it's necessary to say no sometimes. So that's all for this morning. I'm gonna kind of cut it short. I'm trying not to push my voice too much. I thought I was gonna be able to salvage my voice this week, but after we had corporate prayer at my church last night, and after I got up on that microphone and prayed, my voice was gone. So I am going to get off of here. I'm going to say no to a super long Periscope. It's hard for me to do. I feel super unprepared. This was definitely a little bit of deliverance for me this morning to say no. But I'm believing God that by Monday my voice will be back. So I saw a few people were asking where I got my sweatshirt from. I got it from Forever 21, and I feel like this is every entrepreneur's key to life: Wi-Fi and caffeine. As long as I got Wi-Fi and Starbucks, I'm good. I'm sure you guys understand. So thank you guys for being understanding this morning. I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here a little early. I know it was short, but I just encourage you guys not to find your identity and your ability to perform, or people affirming you or validating you or feeling obligated to say yes to everything. So, sometimes there is a holiness in a no, and there is an obedience in a no. So be okay with saying no. Be okay with doing what you need to do to take care of yourself as well. So I'm going to go get some tea. I apologize. I came out here looking a little ratchet this morning. My hair on top of my head, no makeup on, sweatshirt, but I know you guys still love me, so. All right. I'm going to get off of here, go take care of myself. I ask that you guys would just be praying with me, believing with me that God is going to heal me, that I am healed. By His stripes we are healed, so I'm claiming my healing. And I'm believing that I'll be able to come back on tomorrow morning and talk as long as I want, because I'm long-winded. So this is usually not like me. But thank you guys for your support anyways. You guys are my Scope family. I love you guys. I didn't just want to not come on because I know when I disappear, people get worried. So I love you guys. Have a great Wednesday. Be okay with saying no, and remember how important it is to take care of yourself. If you don't first take care of yourself, you are no good for anyone else. So I love you guys. Have a great day. Happy Wednesday, and I will see you guys tomorrow.